Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Are you guys able to listen to me right now? Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. No issues? That's great. That's great. Okay, so how was your day, guys? How was your day? How was your day, guys? Please do let me know. Oh, we are well today. Not that great. Still having a bit of a fever, but it's fine. Okay. Okay. So good. Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Okay, we studied about classes and IDs, we studied about pixels, we studied about percentages, absolute and relative, units of measurements. Great, okay. ID, absolute and relative, that is repeating. Okay, so these are the different things that we had studied in our previous class. We are going to continue with our today's class on the rest of the relative units of measurements that are there. Okay, VH, VW, all these EMs, we are going to study it today, and that would be our aim for today, guys. It will be very easy to understand. You don't have to worry about it. Sir, I'm a beginner level programmer. I'm not able to solve lead code problems. Is there a stepwise base that I have to work upon so that I can deal with lead code problems? Okay, so no issues in that mind, guy. If you're not able to solve lead code problems, my suggestion to you would be, for example, you read through a question, you're not able to figure out how to solve it. Okay, no issues. First, Google it. Okay, answers would be there down below as well as the answers would be there on YouTube. Try to understand the answer. Try to understand how that particular person has coded the entire thing. Give it a day or two. Okay, after a day or two, without looking at the solution, try to code it once again. Okay, that is the first way of solving lead code problem. This is the way that you have to continue, even if you are able to solve like 5 6 questions, but even one question you are stuck at, this is the way that you have to solve that particular question. Okay, the second thing is refresh your DSA knowledge and maintain notes. For example, for me, DSA, I have maintained almost 3 books of DSA notes. So you also have to do the exact same thing as well. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Any other questions, guys? Brother, can you please teach Flutter? Okay. Fahim Ahmed. My suggestion to you would be, do not do Flutter. Go with full stack development in Mern stack. Okay. Once I've completed that, learn React Native. That is much more better than Flutter at the end of the day. Okay, and you will be able to develop both websites as well as any kind of iOS or Android apps. Okay, so that is and from the perspective of placements, you will be green at the end of the day. What is the package of a front-end developer? So right now, some of our students got placed into Amazon as a front-end engineer, and the package is around 32 lakhs per annum. So it depends, actually depends upon company to company. Of course, they didn't learn just front end. Okay, they completed the entire MERN stack. They completed DevOps. They completed cloud computing. They were selected as front end engineers. That is a totally different thing. And the reason why I always say that learn all these things, learn MERN stack, learn DevOps, learn cloud computing is so that you are able to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Okay. Okay, shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know, guys. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Great. So, my voice might not be that strong today as well because of the fever, but I hope that you guys will be able to adjust according to that. Okay, you can just turn up your voice, the volume of your devices to the maximum so that you are able to hear me properly. I will try my best to speak as loud as possible, but still, I hope that isn't that big of a problem for you guys. Okay, so let me just open up the PDF. We are going to look at these units of measurement. Yesterday we looked at percentages. Can you guys let me know how does percentage work? If you guys remember, it is relative to the parent element. Okay, so percentage works relative to the parent element. Now there are two other things, VW or viewport width and viewport height. Okay, that is the full form of VW and VH. Now, what is the viewport? Viewport is, in terms of a browser, is the area that you are able to see of the browser itself. Okay, so not the body, not anything else. You can think about it as the body as well as just the body tag. That the body tag is the viewport, but usually viewport. The meaning of viewport is whatever you are able to see on your screen. Okay, so for example, right over here, the viewport is the entire screen itself. If I am making it short, then the viewport becomes this much. So it's the arena of the website that you are able to see. Okay, so if I am decreasing right over here, I'm decreasing the width of the viewport. I'm increasing the height of the viewport right over here. I'm increasing both the height as well as the width of the viewport here. Okay, I'm not able to select it. So viewport is basically the entire part of the browser that you are able to see. Are you guys able to understand viewport? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand viewport? Let me open up the live chat. Give me a second. Are you guys able to understand viewport? Please let me know, guys. For those who are not able to understand even a single thing, okay, a very simple thing, guys, I will just repeat. Okay, the definition, okay, the meaning of the term viewport, that is what I'm trying to say, is the browser that you are able to see, the size of the browser that you are able to see. As simple as that. There cannot be anything much more simple than this. Okay, it's just like telling you ki this is called as this. That's it. Like, it's basic definition, easy to understand as well. Okay, now so in terms of percentage, whenever we use percentages, it basically meant like 40% of the size of your parent element. Okay, 40% of the size of the parent element. But if I'm writing this as 40 VW, no matter which particular element it is, okay, no matter how much nested it is, okay, no matter what is the parent element, 40 VW means the size of that element is 40% of the body tag. That's it. 40% of the, that means whatever the element it is, whatever the parent element is, we don't care about that. This means it is 40% of the size of body tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So no matter what like the parent element is, we don't care about that. 40 VW means 40% of the width of the body tag, because it's 40 VW. Okay, so 40% of the width of the body tag. Similar to that, if you are writing 40 VH, running 40 VH, it is 40% of the height of body tag. Okay, so that is the difference between VH and VW. Okay, VW is according to the width of the body, VH is according to the height of the body itself. Okay, so let us try this out. So Tirth Gajera, you have a question. If we take 120 VW, what it means? Try it out. Try it out. In computer science, that's the best thing. Whatever doubts that you are having, that is something shady, always try it out. Just you have the access to the code sandbox, open it up, type the code and see what happens. Let me know as well. Okay, well, I know that it will just be like it will extend beyond the screen itself, but still you try it out. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with right over here. For example, we are having two div tags. Okay, as you are able to see, we are having the class out and we are having the class in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for the in class, okay, for the in class, I'm going to specify it as 50 VW. Okay, I'm going to specify the width as 50 VW, as you are able to see right over here. Okay, so we are having the out div out class as the exact same, that is 70%. Okay, it's the exact same as 70% right over here. And for the in class, we are having the width as 50 VW. Okay, so if we go back to our website and reload the page, as you are able to see, the in class, okay, is now taking 50% of the size of the entire screen instead of 50% of the parent element. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Please do let me know, are you guys able to understand this? Because the in class now has the 50 VW. Okay, instead of having it as 50% of the width of the parent element, that is the out div class, okay, it is taking up 50% of the entire screen itself. Okay, if we are making it small as well, it is taking up 50% of the entire width of the screen. Okay, that is the point that I'm trying to make right over here. The second thing that we have to look for is EM. Okay, I don't remember the full form of EM. You guys can search for the full form of EM itself and put it up in the live chat. I really have forgotten the full form. Usually we just specify it as EM, so I don't remember it, but nevertheless you guys can just search for what is the full form of EM on Google and put it up on live chat if it's possible for you guys. Okay, so relative to the font size of the element, 2EM means 2 times the size of the current font. Okay, 2EM means 2 times the size of the current font. So for example, if my current font is like this, SHAURYA, I'm changing the font size. I'm changing the font size to 2EM. Okay, that will make the new font size twice the size of the original. So this is the new font size, SHAURYA. It is twice the size. If I'm writing it as 4EM, okay, that means whatever the original size was, let's say that it was 10 pixels. Okay, it was 10 pixels right over here. That is the original size of my font. If I'm writing 4EM, then the new font size would be 40 pixels. The new font size will be 4 times, that is 40 pixels right over here. Let us look at it from like a practical standpoint as well. We will remove everything and we will put up a paragraph tag. We'll have this is Shaurya. We'll have a class name right over here, class para. Okay, so we have created a paragraph tag. We have created a class called as para. We're going to go on our website and reload the page. As you are able to see, we are having this paragraph tag on our screen. This is the current size of the paragraph tag. If I want to make the size double, okay, what I can do is I can just select the class para. So dot para para, and I can change the font size. And change the font size to 2em. I can save this. I can go back to my website, reload the page. As soon as I'm reloading the page, as you're able to see, the size of my text got twice. Okay, the size, my text got twice bigger. Okay, my text got twice bigger right over here. The same thing, if I want, I can make it like 1.25 as well. I can make it 1.25 times this original size. Okay, it's not just about like whole numbers. You can also take up decimals as well. Okay, if I want to make it 4 times the size of the original one, I can just write 4 right over here. It will make it 4 times the original size. Okay. Other thing, Sidhu is asking what is the difference between VW and percentage. If you remember, percentage works in perspective of in relative to the parent element, whereas VW works with respect to the body tag. Okay, just imagine this. So are you guys able to understand everything up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand everything up till here, guys? Please let me know. See, I'm not that well, so please try to maintain the decorum of the class as well if it's possible. Okay. Great. So let us move on to the next particular part, guys. So absolute units, so I think so we don't have to discuss about it. We've discussed about pixels. So inches, we already know about that. Centimeters and millimeters, these are the absolute unit of measurements that exists at any point of time. Okay. Okay, now we will be having, I think so, some programs as well that we have to make. No issues in that. Okay, so this we can skip out. We can directly move on to the next particular one. This is an interesting one. Before doing that, right now I'm going to show you guys the attendance for today. Okay, so and please do not put up the timestamp of the attendance in the live chat or in the comment section. Like I've already said, be a little selfish. Okay, you guys are going to get the certificates, they will not get the certificates, and that is better for you. If everybody is getting the certificates, then the value of the certificate is not there. Even if you put up on it on your resume, it won't have any value. You don't want that. You want the certificates to have value. You want the certificate that when you put these certificates on your resume, it increases the weightage of your resume as well. So if you want that, do not share the timestamp of the attendance with anybody, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show the attendance on my screen for 2 seconds, and you can take up a screenshot again, or you can note down the time as well, whatever the case is. Okay, so this is the QR code for today's attendance. After, like, it will be attendance will be closed 30 minutes after the class is over. Okay, so whenever the class is over, after that 30 minutes, the attendance will be closed, and those who are not able to fill up the attendance before that, they will not be able to get the certificates as well. Okay. Okay, so shall we start with our class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our class, guys? Please let me know. Awesome. So let's style an image right over here. So for this problem statement, you have to do is type out the CSS to change add a border, cursor change, and box shadow. These are the 3 things that we want to do. So let's go back to the website. Let's include an image right now. Let's put up an image right over here. So img image tag src images images dot png, and alternate text we will be putting it as mdn logo. We'll be saving this, going back to, we will have the class as well. So class, let's put up as mdn. Okay, we've kept a class as well. Now we are going to go back to our website and reload the page. We'll be able to see that we are getting an image on our screen right now. The first thing that we want to do is we want to add a border around the image. Now, of course, we are going to use the border like attribute itself, but still, for example, I don't know about it. Like I said, I don't know how to add a border to the image. So nothing, just go on Google, search it. Okay, how border on image in CSS. Okay, border on image on CSS. Just search for it. CSS border image property. Okay, so just go through it. Okay, try to understand it. If you're not able to understand, read through some more pages as well. Okay, so for example, image border in CSS. Just go through the entire page, read through it, how to use it, what are the different things that you can apply, is there something that you can like change in that as well. Okay, so for example, right over here, as you're able to see, the code is absolutely simple. You have to use the border property, you have to specify the width of the border, what type of border it is, and any kind of like it is transparent or whatever the case is. So you can just go back how to add like an image that you want to add right over there. So you can go through these documentations. Why I'm saying that to go through these documentations is extremely simple. What happens at the end is many of the students, when they get the answer, they stop going through the documentation any further, and in that way you never increase your knowledge. Okay, your job is to increase and gain as much knowledge as possible, and these documentations contains a lot many number of things, guys. Okay, to try to make sure that whenever you're searching about something, go through the entire thing. Okay, never stop learning. So let us select, okay, let us select the dot what was the name, mdn, and we will be having our border property. Border will be of 10 pixels wide. It will be dashed dashed, and we'll be having it as salmon, salmon color. Okay, so this is the color that I am choosing as of this particular point of time. Okay, the width of the border on all the sides will be 10 pixels of width. Okay, the type is dashed. Okay, you can choose solid. So solid will be like an entire line of border. Okay, right now I've chosen dashed right over here, so it will just appear as dashes of 10 pixels width, and salmon color is the color that I'm representing right over here. So I'm going back to my website and reloading the page. So campus ambassador, no response from your side. Crazy sorter, have you filled up the attendance? Have you filled up the campus ambassador form down in the description? Crazy sorter, please let me know. So as you're able to see, we are able to get a dashed. Okay, this is the dashed property of 10 pixels wide on all the ends. Okay, on all the ends right over here. Okay, so the next thing that you can do, if you don't want dashed, you can put up solid as well. Okay, you can put up solid. So dashed basically is this dash 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 dash. The border appears as a dash itself. Okay, so that is the dashed property. Okay, fucking. So if you put solid right over here, go back to your website and reload the page as you are able to see. Okay, so you will be able to get an entire solid border itself. You will be able to get an entire solid border itself. Are you guys able to understand that? Please let me know, guys. More than 2 times, instruct about it in the end of the session. Sure. So for those guys who are interested to be a part of the DevTown community and you want to be the representatives of DevTown in your own college, you can join the DevTown Campus Ambassador program. We call them as our towns. Like I said, DevTowns, it is there. So you are the citizens of this DevTown. So if you guys want to join the Campus Ambassador program, that is our citizen program, you guys can fill up the form that is down there in the description itself. That is the Campus Ambassador form. Our team will reach out to you soon. We have just started with the Campus Ambassador program. Within the next 10 days, somebody will reach out to you and like whatever the case is, we'll help you guys out with everything. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. I think so maybe your name has been misplaced or something like that. Just fill it up once again if that's possible, and soon we'll be reaching out to you. Okay. So the next thing that you can do is, for example, I can specify it as this as well. So 1 pixel, okay, 2 4 pixel, 6 pixel, and 8 pixel. Let's change this to 2 pixel. So if I'm writing something like this, 2 pixel, 4 pixel, 6 pixel, and 8 pixel right over here. Okay. And if I'm going back to my website and reloading the page, as you're able to see right over here, what is happening right now is that it is not getting like shown on your screen. Nothing is shown on your screen. Why is that the case? Like I said, in programming there is something called as syntax. Okay, there is something called as syntax. Okay, now this syntax basically means what are the different attributes, or what are the, it's like grammar. Okay, when you talk to somebody, in English, there's a kind of grammar that you are expected to maintain. If you're not maintaining that grammar, okay, then nobody will be able to understand you. The same thing goes on with coding as well. In code, there is a kind of grammar that you need to maintain, and that is called as the syntax. Okay, so right over here for the border, you have to specify the width, what is the type of border that you want, and what is the color of the border that you need. Okay, so if I'm saving this, going back to my website and reloading the page, so you will be able to see that where did my image go? Let me reload the page once again. Yeah, so your border will be able to come like properly. There is no issues right over here. Okay guys, the next particular thing that we need to focus upon is let me go back, that is cursor change. Okay, we want, when for example when we are hovering over this image, I want to change the cursor from an arrow to a pointer. Okay, when I'm hovering over the image, I want to change the cursor from an arrow to a pointer itself. Again, I don't know about it. Let's assume that. So I will just do a Google search. Change cursor on hover CSS. So you can just go through it and you will be able to understand what is the CSS property that you should be using. So you'll be using the cursor property. You'll be coming back. You will be writing, okay, CURSOR cursor. The cursor that you want to change it to is the pointer cursor itself. Once you have written this particular line of code, you're going back to your website, reloading the page and increasing the size of the image itself. If you are hovering over the image, as soon as you are hovering over the image, the pointer, okay, the arrow gets converted to the pointer itself. The arrow gets converted to a pointer itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. The next is box shadow. We want to apply box shadow. So no issues in that. Again, what we'll be doing is we'll just go back to the internet. We'll search for box shadow CSS. We'll go to the box shadow property right over here. What are the parameters that it takes? What are different things that it will be taking right over here? For example, if you go down below, these are the different things that it takes in. The first one is your horizontal offset. The second one is your vertical offset. The third one is the blur, then the spread, then the color. These are the different things that the box shadow property basically takes in. Now, horizontal offset of the shadow, okay, is basically I'm so sorry. Give me a second, guys. So, for example, the horizontal offset basically determines that is the shadow. Okay, so whenever you have a shadow, you have it on two ends of a device itself. You cannot have shadow on all the ends. Do you guys understand that? Whenever you have a shadow, okay, if, for example, this is your image right over here, this is an image, you can have shadows in two particular properties. Either you can have shadow like this, or you can have a shadow like this, or you can have a shadow like this, or you can have a shadow like this. Shadow can always be on two ends or two sides of an object itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Like, shadow can only be on two sides. Like, you cannot have shadows on three sides or four sides of an image itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So for that reason itself, you are having the horizontal offset. Okay, you're having the first particular element that you take in for box shadow property is the edge offset. Okay, this horizontal offset that you are able to have, either it can be a positive value. Okay, if the edge offset is positive in nature, okay, it's a positive number, then that means that the shadow is on the right side of the image. Okay, the shadow is on the right side of the image. If horizontal offset is negative, then the shadow is on the left of the image. So if that's the case, then the shadow will be like this. If this is the case, then the shadow will be like this. This is the two particular conditions of the horizontal offset, two possibilities of the horizontal offset. The next one is your vertical offset. The next one is your V offset. V offset again can be positive or negative. Sorry. Positive or negative right over here. Negative. Okay, if it's a positive value, okay, if it's a positive value, that means that it's a positive value, that means that the box shadow is below the box. Okay, if it's V offset is positive, that means the shadow is below the box. If V offset is negative, that means the shadow is on top of the box itself. So for example, in this particular example, V offset, so horizontal offset would be positive. Okay, positive horizontal offset, and vertical offset would be negative. Okay, similar to that here, vertical offset again would be negative, horizontal offset will be also negative. Here the vertical offset will be positive, horizontal offset will also be positive. Here the vertical offset will be positive, horizontal offset will be negative. Okay, so as simple as that. These are the first two attributes that you have to give. Okay, horizontal offset, that is the first attribute, and vertical offset, that is the second attribute right over there. Okay, the next particular thing that you have to focus upon is blur. Blur radius, the higher the number, the more blurred the shadow will be. Okay, I think so you understand what is blur. Do you understand what is blur? Let us first try to make this particular box shadow first of all. So let us go back to our code. We'll create box shadow, and we'll specify the horizontal offset as let's say what type of shadow do we require. We'll have the horizontal offset as positive 10 pixels, and we'll be having the vertical offset, we want to have it below the image itself. So below the image is also positive, so we'll have it as 10 pixels again. Okay, so we are having both of them, horizontal offset as well as vertical offset, as positive. The shadow color, I need to have it as, let's say, black or blue. Let's keep it as blue itself. Okay, so we are having a box shadow that is going to be 10 pixels on the right hand side and 10 pixels on the bottom of the image, because both of them are positive and the color will be blue. Let us see on our website how it looks like. So this is the shadow, as you are able to see. This is the shadow that we are able to create. Okay, now the next, are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see the shadow, the blue color shadow that you are able to see right over here? Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. So what we are going to do is, after that, the next particular thing is how much blur does it has. Okay, how much blur. Okay, the blur means on the spot itself, the width will still be 10 pixels. Okay, we are not increasing the width, but we are making it blurred as possible. So let us blur it by 5 pixels. Okay, let us blur it by 5 pixels. So if we go back to our website and reload the page, the new change that you are able to see is now it has been blurred by 5 pixels, guys. This width is still 10 pixels. The complete width is still 10 pixels, but 5 pixels of that is now blurred. 5 pixels of that has now been blurred right over here. So if we go back and change the color, to salmon, SALMON, salmon. Let us save this. Let us go back to the website and reload the page. So you will be able to see that the blur is now of salmon color itself. The blur is also now of salmon color. Okay, the next particular number that you can specify is the spread. Okay, how much spreading do you want? Okay, there are, like, now you have blurred it. If you want to spread it as well, so we put it up as 5 pixels right over here. I'm spreading the thing by 5 pixels. Okay, right now it was blurred. This is blurred, so the width is still 10 pixels. Right now I'm spreading it by 5 pixels. Okay, I will spread it by 5 pixels. The total width will become 15 pixels itself. The total width will become 15 pixels instead of just 10 pixels. So now the complete width has become of 15 pixels. And change the color to blue again, so that you are able to see the width properly. Okay, so that is how you can manipulate and create the entire shadow property behind images as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Is there any knowledge of JS required? No. As you are able to see from the name of the bootcamp itself, it is an HTML and CSS bootcamp, not an HTML, CSS and JavaScript bootcamp. We'll be having a JavaScript bootcamp in the future. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Great. So we'll move on to the next particular question, guys. So I'm not feeling that good, guys. Can we end the class right now? This, I want you guys to do it as a assignment. Okay, if it's possible, I want you guys to do this particular question as an assignment itself. Please take a screenshot of this and try to complete it. Like I said, if you don't know how to do something, just search for it. Okay, just search for it. So Google search. Okay, please Google search about it. It's pretty simple. It's not that difficult, guys. It is not that difficult. Please try to make sure that if you try to do this on your own, okay, this particular question, how to style a font. Okay, so just make a paragraph tag on the HTML end. Okay, make up a paragraph tag on the HTML end and just try to finish it up. It will be very simple, guys. Do not worry about it. And whatever you are not able to understand, try to Google it up. Tomorrow when we are coming into the class, the first thing that I will be doing is we will be completing this. I'll be showing you how to do this. Okay, if you are stuck somewhere something, you will be able to get the answer tomorrow, but please try to make sure that you are able to complete this, guys. Okay, the second thing that I want you guys to know is that the attendance will be closed at 8:40. Okay, attendance will be closed at 8:40 today. So please try to make sure that you have filled up the attendance up till then. Okay, so you can start filling up the attendance for today. And thank you so much, guys, and we'll meet tomorrow. The assignment is very simple. Okay, so try to complete the assignment as well. So by mistake I couldn't submit yesterday's form due to internet issue. Please consider my attendance. I have been attending full lessons so far. No issues in that, Misty XYZ. Okay, you will be able to get the, just fill up the yesterday's attendance right now. Okay, but for today I'm making it compulsory that if you're not filling it before 8:40, you will not be able to get the attendance. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We will meet tomorrow once again. Okay, and we'll continue our session from there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.